Hi all, so I'm going to do a little quick video to show you how to do some Tunisian crochet. This one here is just the simple stitch, done in the round and done square, so flat, back and forwards. Now usually when you're doing Tunisian crochet you need to go up a hook size from what your yarn is, minimum one whole size. So if you're using DK weight yarn you'd usually use like a 5mm. But I found working with these, when I'm doing flat, I need to go up to a bigger hook than I do when I'm doing this. I don't know why that is, but I can do this one on a 3mm and it look okay. But this one needs to be done on a 4mm to prevent too much rolling. I think it's because it's circular, it holds itself flat. So do keep an eye on which size hook I'm using for which project. So I'm going to show you this one first, which will be done with a 4mm, and then the next video will show you this one. So now hook size. With Tunisian crochet, a hook is normally really long because you're keeping all the stitches on like you would with knitting, but you're actually just crocheting it. But if you're doing a small project like this, you can get away with just a normal hook. As long as you've got a reasonable length shaft to be able to hook the stitches on, you do it. So if you had one that only had like a small thing and the rest was a covered handle, it wouldn't work. But one of these works quite well for Tunisian crochet. So if you don't have a long proper Tunisian crochet hook to start with, don't worry about it, just use this. And this is what I'll be using to do the video to show you that it works just as well. Okay, so obviously we're going to need our yarn. This is just 100% mercerized cotton. This is yarn in colours. I don't have the tag for this one, but there's another one with this colour. So it's that make, but it's just this colour. I can't remember what the colour was. I think it was ice blue. Okay, so we're going to start, just like you do any other crochet, we're going to start with a chain. So just create your slip knot. And we're going to chain 18. So just do your normal 18 chain. Helps if you don't drop it off. There we go, so there's our chain of 18. So that's just like normal crochet, nothing different there. But this is where it changes. Now this is the simple stitch, but for the first row of Tunisian crochet, no matter which stitch you're doing, it tends to be the same. And that's the same as you would with any normal crochet. We're just going to pick up and we're going to do the stitches. Sorry, confusing myself there. So we've already got this one on here. So what we're going to do is we're going to go into here and pick up the next loop. So just the second hook from, just like you would normally do, pick up your loop. What we're going to do though is we're going to leave that loop on there and move straight onto the next stitch, and we're going to pick up a loop from each chain without doing anything else, literally just wrapping over and pulling through. So it's go through your chain, yarn over, pull through and keep them up. You see how you're getting all your stitches on, that's what you want. So by the end of this you should have 18 loops on your hook. So just go along your chain. Sorry if this is a little shaky today, I'm having hand troubles, joint pain flare, so it's a little hard to do anything. But I've been meaning to get this video done for a little while, so I figured when I got time I will, because those who don't know, today's a bank holiday Monday in the UK, so I have time to film. Make sure you get into that last stitch. we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 and 18. So we've got 18 loops on there. Now we're going to be doing the next part of this row. In Tunisian crochet, one row has two components. There's the forward pass, which is where we pick up the loops, which is what we just done. And then there's the back pass, which is where we take the loops off. And that's what I'm about to show you. Okay, so for the first one, for this first stitch here, we're going to yarn over and we're going to pull through just that one loop. See that? And then we're going to yarn over and we're going to pull through 2 loops each time after that. So we're just going to go through 2 loops all the way back to the end. And this is the back pass, completing the first row. The back pass is always the same, no matter what stitch you're doing. You start by going through 1 loop and then go through 2 for the rest of the way back. Okay, and now we're back down to just 1 loop on our stitch and the first bit done. Now I'm going to come in closer for this. So now we've got the first one. This is where you start doing the different type of stitches, and this one is the simple stitch, so we're just going to pick up a loop. So now we've already got this loop through this one, so we don't need to go through that very first one there. That one there is already done because it's already in this. So we're going to be working on this one here. Now if you look at your work, you'll see you have these 2 V-legs. One is at the back and one is at the front, and you're going to go behind that front one, staying in front. So you're literally just going, pick it up through that, and then you're going to yarn over, and then you're going to pull through that leg. And that's your simple stitch. So you go to the next one, you look for your 2 legs, look for the one that's at the front there, yarn over and pull through. And you want to do that all the way along until you've got 18 loops on your stitch. So you see you got that one at the back and this one's coming up over the stitch there, so that's the one at the front, and that's the one you're going to want to go through. You're going to yarn over and pull through. So do that all the way along until you've got 18 loops again. And this is basically the simple stitch, this is it. And you'll just repeat this 2-step process for the whole length of the piece that you want to make. Just get to the end and I'll show you a close-up of the back pass so that you know what you're doing, and then we can speed on along. So when we get to the end here, you want to make sure you pick up the 2 legs. That's what gives you a neat edge. So you're going to yarn over and pull through the 2 legs and pull up. That will give you a neat edge that matches this neat edge on this side, okay? So, remember on the back pass, the first one we yarn over and we pull through 1, and then we yarn over and we pull through 2 from then onwards. Hold on. I am confusing myself while looking at the screen, so I'm just going to pull it back to see what I was doing. It's a problem. If you're watching the screen, it can confuse what you're doing, at least for me, because I have a little brainy fog day. So, there, that's the yarn over through 1. So yarn over and through the 2. There you go. And then yarn over through 2 all the way along. You see how simple this is? We're just going to keep repeating this all the way. And can you see the stitch is starting to form? What you can see is you're forming these loops up here because you're going behind them, and then on the back pass you're forming these V's. You see the V's going behind along? That's what you're creating when you do this. So we'll do a couple more rows and then you'll be able to see the piece forming. Totaling, we're actually going to do 16 rows. That gives me my square. You might need to do less. It depends on your tension to how many rows you need to do. But I find 16 rows to go with 18 stitches is a good enough piece to create a square for me. So remember, we're going to go under that first loop, yarn over and pull up, pull back through. Now remember, if this is too fast for you, YouTube does have a slow down function up in the settings where you can select to do a half speed, or I can't remember the other speeds, but there's definitely, you can slow them down. You can even speed them up if you like it faster. But remember, make sure to get that last stitch. You want to get the 2 legs. It can be a little fiddly. Just kind of weave it on. Oops, sorry. So you've got the 2 legs on the last, yarn over, and pull through. Okay. Remember, the back pass, we're going to yarn over, pull through 1, yarn over, and pull through 2. And then pull through 2 all the way back. If you go through 3 loops, you'll be doing a decrease. So try not to do that unless you're intentionally doing decreases, but I will do a video showing you how to do decreases and increases at some point. So do check back. There we go, and then that's our next row completed. You see now how it's starting to form. So I will check back with you in a minute when I've done 16 rows and show you how to finish off, which is really simple. So see you back in a minute. Okay guys, so we've done all 16 rows and we're just going to do the last finish row. But before I show you that, I just want to apologise if you can hear all of the noise going on outside. Apparently someone's decided to start doing some building work of some kind, and it's really rather noisy. But as I don't know how long they're going to be going on, I just need to try to work through it, so I hope it's not too much for you. So we've done the last row, just like we've done all the rest for our 16 rows, but this last row, to finish it off, what we're going to do is we're going to go under the stitch just like we did before, yarn over and wrap through, just like we did, but this time we're actually going to pull through the loop. So each time we do the simple stitch, we're just going to pull through. So it's a slip stitch, and we're just slip stitching across the top. If I come in a little closer, hopefully you can see. So we're doing our usual, going through that hook, and we're gonna, through that loop, sorry, yarn over and pull through, but then we're also going to pull through that loop that's on the hook already. So yarn over, pull through, and then continue to pull through that loop. And you see how it's creating nice neat edging across the top. And this is all we need to do to finish it off, so it's really simple. And once you get the hang of this, these can be made really quickly. So this is just basically like a normal slip stitch in normal crochet. Good job I did get to the end because I'm about to run out of yarn. Sorry if I'm off camera, it's hard to stay in camera range when you're this close up. Okay, and remember, just the same, make sure you get both legs on that one. Yarn over it and slip through. And then to finish off, you're just going to chain it through slightly. So chain one, snip your yarn, your scissors work. So you snip yarn, pull it through, your tug, and then you're just going to weave in your ends. Let's come out a little, that's in. There we go. So there, let's give it a little thing to even out. Now, Tunisian crochet by its very nature curls, so that's normal. Once you've used it a couple of times, that should help even that out a little. But that is your simple stitch Tunisian crochet square. These are both done on 4mm hooks with the same yarn. I'm just a little tighter when I'm off screen because I don't have to worry about trying to stay on screen, which we both notice I don't do very well anyway. But there we go. Nice and simple and really quite pretty and effective, don't you think? So check back to the next video and I will be showing you how to do the same stitch in the round. Okay, bye!